Ready to laugh at some of the most unbelievable blunders in MLB history? Baseball is often referred to as a game of strategy, precision, and skill. But it also has its share of blunders and dumb moments that will leave you scratching your heads. From Will Craig's epic brain freeze chasing Javier Baez instead of tagging first, to Jose Canseco turning a fly ball into a home run with his head, we've got a lineup of legendary goofs. Let's take a look at… Starting things off, we have one of the most memorable plays in recent history, Craig's play.
This is so good.
During a game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs on May 27, 2021, we were treated to a truly unforgettable moment that showcased a surprising lack of skill at the highest level of baseball. With 2 outs and a runner on second, Cubs' Javier Baez hit a routine grounder to third. Pirates' third baseman Eric Gonzalez made a wide throw to first, pulling Will Craig off the bag. Simple enough, right? Just tag the bag and end the inning. But no. Craig decided to chase Baez back towards home plate. It was a move that defied logic, as Craig completely forgot that all he needed to do was touch first base. As Craig chased Baez, the runner from second headed home. Craig then tossed the ball to the catcher, but it was too late. Baez ended up at second, and the Cubs had stolen a run. To make matters worse, Craig could have still ended the inning by stepping on first base after Baez initially reversed course. Instead, by the time the entire sequence was over, the Cubs had stolen a run and Baez was at second base. How does this happen, especially at the major league level? That was an absolutely wild ride. Coming in next, we have the infamous pine tar incident featuring none other than George Brett.
He's out. Yes, sir. Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out.
In a thrilling game on July 24, 1983, with 2 outs in the 9th inning and UL Washington on first base, the Kansas City All-Star third baseman George Brett stepped up to the plate and homered off New York closer Goose Gossage, giving the Royals a 5-4 lead. But while Brett celebrated in the Yankee Stadium dugout following his round tripper, Yankees manager Billy Martin walked to home plate and informed umpire Tim McClelland that Brett's bat was covered with more pine tar than the rules allowed. Pine tar is a sticky adhesive substance that gradually solidifies, enhancing the effectiveness of the bat by providing batters with a better grip. McClelland meticulously measured the bat against the 17-inch width of home plate, concluding that the bat infringed upon the 18-inch pine tar rule. He then directed his attention towards the Royals' dugout, signaling that Brett was out, ultimately concluding the game and igniting one of the most renowned outbursts in the annals of baseball. Brett stormed out of the dugout in a furious frenzy, creating an unforgettable moment as his teammates desperately tried to restrain him. The Royals protested the game, and the homer was eventually reinstated, but the moment remains as one of the dumbest enforcement of rules in MLB history. In accordance with the pine tar rule, it was stipulated that a bat could not exceed 18 inches of pine tar extending from the knob. Brett's bat had approximately 23 inches of pine tar, but the intention behind the rule was to level the playing field for pitchers, not for hitters. After a lengthy delay, the game finally resumed weeks later from the moment of the home run, resulting in a victory for the Royals. And next, we have the unforgettable moment when Jose Canseco turned a fly ball into a home run with his head. May 26, 1993, marked a memorable day in baseball history when Jose Canseco, an outfielder for the Texas Rangers, delivered a truly comical moment. Carlos Martinez from the Cleveland Indians launched a powerful fly ball towards right field. Canseco followed the ball all the way to the wall, but rather than making the catch, it unexpectedly ricocheted off his head and sailed over the fence, resulting in a home run. This play was absolutely hilarious, as if it had been plucked right out of a comedy sketch. Canseco's blunder continues to be a popular moment in highlight reels, serving as a reminder of the sheer unpredictability of baseball. Adding to the excitement of this play is Canseco's incredible reaction. He gazed back within a mix of astonishment and incredulity, as if the events that unfolded before him were too incredible to fathom. It's not every day you see a player's head used to score a run, but that's baseball for you. And now we have the New York Mets, who seemed to have a bit of a memory lapse when it came to keeping track of the number of outs.
Hard shot to third. Arrows to second. One Mendick on to first for the double play.
In a thrilling game on August 5, 2023, against the Los Angeles Angels, the New York Mets had a couple of forgetful moments, losing track of the number of outs not once, but twice in the same inning. In the 6th inning, Hunter Renfroe, the right fielder for the Angels, stepped up to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first base. He smacked a sharp grounder towards third base, and Jonathan Arauz smoothly scooped it up. Arauz makes a precise throw to second baseman Manny Mendick, successfully retiring Logan O'Hoppe at second base. And with a swift throw to Pete Alonso at first, Mendick successfully retired Renfroe, completing a double play that ended the inning. Only the Mets didn't seem to realize the inning was over. A double whammy of brain lapses that left fans and commentators in disbelief. The Mets' managerial staff and players all seemed to be out of sync, leading to the embarrassing moments that were magnified by the crucial points in the game. Forgetting the number of outs is a fundamental mistake that even little leaguers are taught to avoid, yet here it was on full display in the big leagues. Moving on, let's talk about the time Manny Ramirez cut off a relay throw from the outfield while playing in the outfield.
Damon heading back to the wall, can't get it. Off the wall and off him, the run scores in.
During a game between the Boston Red Sox and Baltimore Orioles on July 21, 2004, Manny Ramirez delivered a play that left everyone scratching their heads. With David Newhan hitting a ball deep to center field, it was a sure triple, maybe even an inside-the-park home run. Johnny Damon effortlessly fielded the ball and swiftly launched it towards the infield. However, rather than allowing the throw to reach its intended target, Manny, who was positioned in left field, inexplicably intercepted the relay throw. And he throws it back in, giving Newhan the opportunity to sprint around the bases for an electrifying inside-the-park home run. Manny being Manny indeed. It was common knowledge that Johnny Damon's arm wasn't the strongest among outfielders. However, it was truly perplexing when Manny decided to take matters into his own hands. The needless interception allowed Newhan the extra time needed for an inside-the-park home run. But hey, that's just a glimpse of what made Manny such a captivating player to watch. And now we come to the unforgettable blunder of the 1986 World Series, courtesy of Bill Buckner.
First, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets.
Let's go back to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, where the Boston Red Sox faced off against the New York Mets. The Red Sox were just 1 out away from securing their long-awaited championship, a title that had eluded them since 1918. However, a routine ground ball to first baseman Bill Buckner slipped right through his legs, resulting in the Mets scoring the winning run. The Mets went on to win Game 7 and the World Series, while Buckner's error became a symbol of the Red Sox championship drought. It's important to note that Buckner's performance was not fully appreciated, as he battled through injuries and consistently proved himself as a dependable defender over the course of his career. Nevertheless, the unforgiving Boston media and fans constantly reminded him of his past mistakes. In the realm of baseball lore, Buckner's infamous error etched itself into the annals of the Curse of the Bambino saga, and it wasn't until the Red Sox won the World Series in 2004 that some of that burden was lifted from his legacy. This error is a testament to how one moment can unfairly define an entire career. Up next, we witness a captivating moment as the Marlins grounds crew takes the spotlight, but not for the reasons they'd hoped.
They are bogged down.
Sometimes, Mother Nature and human error team up to create the dumbest of outcomes. In a thrilling 12-inning showdown, the New York Mets emerged victorious over the Florida Marlins with a nail-biting score of 10-9. However, what truly stole the show was an unforgettable moment that transcended the players on the field. The game on the field was intense and fiercely contested, but it was nothing compared to the epic struggle the Marlins grounds crew faced with the tarp. As the contest went into a rain delay, the crew kept the Robbie Stadium crowd entertained, even if only by accident. As the game entered the 4th inning, the weather took a turn for the worse. The ground crew quickly sprang into action, but unfortunately, they made a crucial error by unrolling the tarp in the far reaches of right field. As the tarp was unfurled, it grew increasingly weighty from the substantial amount of water it had collected. It took multiple tries and a grand total of 11 minutes. Laughs were seen from both dugouts as players, coaches, and fans watched in amazement. By the time the tarp finally covered the infield, the rain had stopped. With puddles now covering the infield, the dedicated grounds crew worked tirelessly during the 88-minute delay to ensure the field was ready for play. And now, turning our attention to the game, it certainly didn't disappoint in terms of excitement. After enduring a marathon of 4 hours and 20 minutes of game time, not to mention a frustrating rain delay that lasted almost an hour and a half, the dedicated fans had to wait until the wee hours of 1:30 a.m. to finally head home. In a game that saw an impressive 19 runs, 31 hits, and 12 innings of baseball, it was the unfortunate mishap by the grounds crew that continues to be etched into the minds of baseball enthusiasts everywhere. And that's a wrap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more crazy sports moments. See you next time.